Your spouse will treat you better, hold fast. If he leads properly, I will submit naturally. Have you heard this before? Where does this saying come from? We can't believe everything that the world tells us. We need to learn what the Bible says. God made us, so I believe we need to pay more attention to Him than to what culture is telling us. Have you read 1 Peter 3 verse 1? 1 Peter 3:1-2 King James Version. 1 Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that, if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. 2 While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. Even if you have a horrible husband, how do you know you can't win him over? Just because he is behaving very badly doesn't mean you should match his energy. Yes, he should be treating you with love and respect. Yes, he is supposed to do you right. At the same time, he is not at that point in maturity. What are you going to do? Are you going to burn everything down, because you are not receiving what you expect in the marriage? What is this passage in 1 Peter telling us? In short, through your acts of obedience to God, you can win over your husband. You can influence him to live for Jesus Christ. Okay, we already know the devil is using your husband to give you a hard time. We understand this. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to let the devil use you, too? Are you going to stay bitter and continue to do what is wrong, because he isn't treating you rightly? Well, who wins if you choose to do this? Not you, but the devil. Many of us may believe we should not have problems in marriage. Many may even believe we should not have problems in life. Where are we getting this information from? It is totally wrong. We have to go through problems for the sake of Jesus Christ, 1 Peter 2 verse 20. If we call ourselves servants of Him, we are going to go through problems. At times, we have to suffer for the benefit of others. Which isn't a bad thing at all. We are called to help the lost. People who are in sin and not choosing Jesus Christ. Sometimes, in order to reach some people, you will get into certain problems too. You will get mud on you. You may even get mixed up in some of their problems. In many cases, there is nothing wrong with that. We are not only here to help ourselves. Let me get back to my point. In our minds, we may believe that marriage should be 100% perfect. As in, we may expect our spouse to behave perfectly. If you want to be truly honest, we don't behave perfectly. We don't know everything. We are probably doing things wrongly right now that we believe is right. We must not wait for our spouse to do what is right, when we know to do what is good and proper at this moment. Do it. Don't wait for them to realize their mistakes and start treating you better. Do good for your spouse now. Are you paying attention? I understand that you want your spouse to reciprocate. They may not be at that level yet. God will judge you based on your actions and what you know to do. You can't tell God that you didn't do what is right in the marriage because your spouse chose not to reciprocate. The blame will be placed on you for what you did not do. Please remember this. As humans, we go through different things in life. Perhaps, we grew up in different environments. Some people had good parents, and some had horrible parents. So, if you grew up with horrible parents, how are you going to behave? Do you think you are going to be 100% perfect with no faults? Let's be honest. Are you going to behave just like an angel? More than likely no. Chances are, people with good parents are going to behave differently from people with bad parents. Of course, there are some exceptions to the rule. If you were raised by monkeys, how are you going to behave? Are you going to behave like a giraffe? Are you going to behave like a zebra? Chances are, you are going to behave like a monkey. So, if your spouse had a very tough past, should it be a surprise the way they behave? This is one of the reasons why it is important to help your spouse behave correctly. Be patient and persevere. You may have to suffer emotionally a bit. Isn't this what we are called to do by God? Suffer for His sake. Suffer for the lost sheep.